What's up, everybody? Mr. Thrasha here, heading off to Toronto to get all the filming locations for the 1997 Norm Macdonald classic, Dirty Work, directed by Bob Saget, also starring Jack Warden, Chevy Chase, Artie Lang, Chris Farley. It's going to be good. We're meeting up with a very, very special guest. Ryan will be joining us. Oh, Don Rickles. So many good cameos. We're going to go all around the greater Toronto area, find as many spots as we can. So come along. Let's head there. All right. Toronto. Dirty Work.
Hand me the milk, Bunny Weaver.
Afraid I can't do that, Derek. I'm just not so sure you'll spend it on milk. This is the spot.
Right here.
At the beginning of Dirty Work. And what do we have here? That's Mr.
What's
Scott
up, everybody? How
on
you doing?
tape.
Oh, your lens is there.
That's
this
right.
is school from Dirty Work. We just found it yesterday.
That's right. This is Spruce Court Public School. And this is where that opening scene takes place. Young Mitch Weaver. And this is where really the basis of the story begins, because when they were young kids, they needed to get back at the bully. They're always doing things to get back at the bully. Here's the still right here of him writing on his notepad. You can see the bully over his left shoulder there. And the staircase there. 4 stairs. Even those trees to the right. Everything still pretty much looks the same. So here's a still here at the crosswalk we're standing at. There's the crossing guard. I'm going to show another one too with young Mitch in it. But here's the crosswalk. The crossing guard used to grab all the kids' asses. Spruce Court Public School right there, prominently featured in the 1997 film Dirty Work, directed by the great Bob Saget, and you can really see and feel Bob's humor, his wild humor when you watch this film. And another scene took place right here at the crosswalk when they were in their younger days, just like getting back at the bully. They were getting back at anybody who messed with them. And there was a crossing guard who used to grab the ass of all the 8-year-olds. And that's where the super glue came in handy, right here.
Right about here. And then if you shoot this way, you get the whole school in the background. He's walking like this.
Yeah.
The school crossing guard, he's got his hand
Super
crazy
glued.
super glued to his ass.
It's got the stop sign waving that.
See all that right there in the background.
It's wild to stand right here where obviously Norm was not in that scene. It was the young Mitch Weaver.
Yeah, and I think Norm, was he a producer of the film?
He helped. He helped on the script with Bob Saget.
So he would probably be here every day.
Yeah, I would think so.
Chris Farley, the great Chris Farley, did 1 day, I believe, on this film.
We're going to talk a lot more about Chris.
Yeah, it's like
as
a
well.
28-day shoot. I think Chris Farley was only here for 1 day of it.
We're going to end up hitting some spots where Farley was and explain that as well. But this is where he met the bully at the beginning of the movie, right before being thrown into the dumpster. Let's see if we can find that dumpster, Scott.
That's what I want to find.
The crazy glue. And that's pretty cool. This is exactly where me and Scott are standing right now. At this wall, you'll see a dumpster right over here to the right of us. In the film, there was a dumpster straight ahead against this wall, and that's where the bully throws Mitch into the dumpster. You'll notice this door. I'm going to show shots in between the clips so you can match it up and see what it looked like in 97.
If I was taking the camera right now, but if I would place it right about there.
Then you can throw me into a dumpster.
I would. Well,
Let's wheel that dumpster over here. You can throw me right in, Scott.
yeah, you said you were short, so you're 5'3". I could do it.
I could fit, yeah.
Yeah, but wait for that angle. Very cool.
That's it, though. Dumpster spot number 1. There's Mitch being thrown into that dumpster on this wall mid-flight by the bully, young Mitch Weaver. And just to the left, you'll see that kind of door. Looks a little different. That thing up in the top left-hand corner. Some things on the wall have changed, but it's been 25 years. Standing next to the founder's house here on the college campus, and this was where the frat house was. And basically there was a phone booth set up just over here. So I'll show some, as usual, some shots from the film. And the phone booth would have been set up just over here. So Artie and Norm have their cop uniforms on. He's making a phone call from the payphone. I just want to tell you that there's these guys going around dressed as fake cops. They're not real cops. Don't trust them. And then right here on the lawn, you see all the real cops beating the shit out of all the frat guys. Norm, Artie. Norm right here tries to take a good swing. I had to show this shot of Mitch after trying to knock the guy out and failing. Shot here of Mitch. See that tree to him to the right in the background. Phone booth was off a little bit. And there's the frat house right there. Windows and everything still looking pretty much the same. The awning there to the left. And they just added, of course, all those frat letters in there. There's him. Yeah, it's me, Neil. Let's go with this plan. They're probably pretty tired from beating us mercilessly. I get knocked down. Right there. And that was right after they beat them up at the bar. And Norm got thrown out of the front of the bar windows, landing on his elbows and all the glass. And he says, note to self. Learn to fight.
Learn to fight. But they get back at them.
They get back at them right here. This is it. You can really see those windows. Everything pretty much looks the same. The awning over here. You kind of get this angle. You can see this tree, and the payphone is about in this spot here. So this is kind of the angle you get. It was nighttime in the film. You can see that awning, windows. It all pretty much looks the same. Doesn't look like the house has been done up in any way since. Just to be sure, the actual phone booth location, the way they angled it, because they're always using different cameras. I mean, if Scott had figured out that the phone booth location, because you can see this tree.
If you look here, there's a tree right there behind him.
Right, there's Norm talking on the phone at night, and you can see, yeah, that bushy tree here.
So the tree's blocked. Yeah, it's actually really tight. It's a really tight close-up, but this tree must have been a lot younger or trimmed up here, because you do see the other side too.
Shot of the founder's house, which was the frat house in the film, where the phone booth was set up. Right kind of on the corner in front of that big tree to the right. Sam wanted to just beat the crap out of them, but Mitch had a better plan. And a couple of shots here of the cops beating the crap out of them, also them, dressed as police officers, getting their revenge. That's right, they got them back, Scott. They got them back. Eglinton Theater here in Toronto. Norm notices a movie line here. Mentions to Sam, oh, movie line, movie line. There's the ass shot of Sam when Green Day's Burnout was playing, and Mitch says, movie line. There you go. You'll see some of those buildings across the street we're going to check out real quick as well. There's him mooning the crowd. So as they're coming down here, Sam notices there's a movie line. Actually, it's Norm that instigates it. It says, movie line, movie line. So Artie Lang puts his big arse right in the passenger window and mooned the crowd. The movie line, consisting of Scott and Ryan, he mooned them right here, and then he stops the car. Norm gets out and walks directly across the road. He's just standing here like, he was supposed to keep driving. Oh, great to have Scott on tape here. We love this film, directed by Bob Saget, who was in town, and is why he was in Half Baked for that scene, because he was directing Dirty Work.
Bob and Norm go back, like a way back into the 80s. That's how they knew each other.
They had to have had so much fun filming this movie.
Yeah, you could tell they had a lot of fun filming the movie, for sure. You could tell.
Got that movie scene, which was not filmed here with Don Rickles. It was in a different theater, and the interior is completely different, so we're not going to go there.
Oh, and in the interior of the movie, do you know there's a cameo in that lineup?
Right.
Chris Farley's brother, Kevin, is in the lineup. Yep. And he's getting insulted. Oh no, the guy beside Norm gets insulted, but Kevin Farley's there. He's one of the first one that says, I'll pay you if you do something bad to Don Rickles, because Don Rickles is a bit of a dick in the movie. Lots of great cameos.
They do, and then you got like Chevy Chase playing the doctor.
Yeah.
He's the one that needs the $50,000, so they have to start the revenge.
I have a feeling, I'm going to go out on a limb here, that Chevy Chase did not give them a discount for the 2 or 3 days he spent on set. Probably do that. He's not known for that, so he probably charged full price. Like Chris Farley, Adam Sandler just would have come on and done it. Same with Don Rickles. He's an old school.
Adam Sandler, Gary Coleman.
Saget, they know each other.
So many cameos.
And I have a feeling Gary Coleman would have said, no, this is my quote, this is my price. There's some actors that aren't going to budge.
I mean,
sadly,
Chevy Chase, he needed $50,000. He was surprised because he said, you know, when you owe bookies money, they throw you out a speeding car, break your arm, you still owe them money.
Yeah, doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right.
You see Sam then getting out of the car as Mitch is going across the road to apply. We're gonna go check out those stores just across the way, me and Scott. I think you can see the faded Heritage home sign to the far right. Let's check it out. Same door.
Say, it says home there, so we're
Home front, but yeah.
So after he moons them and Norm heads this direction to apply for the construction job, you can see that
All three of these buildings. One's a Subway now, one's a, I don't know, furniture store. And back in the day, it looks like it was, I can't tell, but then
sort of home store.
Heritage
Which is here.
Pies. Sit here. It's there. Heritage Kitchens.
Oh wow, you can see there where they painted over there. Yeah, Heritage Kitchens. We are here. This is where the Dirty Work office was. This is where they opened the office. It said Dirty Work right up here. Dirty Work Inc. Still have some of the yellow. You can see all this. I'll show a shot from the film. Here's the best shot you get from the film of 1997. What it looked like. Dirty Work Inc. Revenge for Hire. And I'm going to show you the building now and what it looks like in 2022. Me and Scott on tape. Let's check it out. Dirty Work Inc. right here. Norm Macdonald. Revenge for Hire business. Here's Mitch making the deal with the owner where he assures him that anything goes wrong, he will punch him in the stomach right here at 778 Bloor, right in front of the front entrance. So Norm Macdonald playing Mitch Weaver was right here, 778 Bloor, here in Toronto, in front of his Dirty Work office, and he notices that girl walking across the street, so he goes, Mildred! Mildred! She's walking right in front of this building, which is now a Home Hardware at 775. She comes walking just this way, and Norm Macdonald comes right across the road going, Mildred! Mildred! Meets up with her right here. And this tree wasn't in the way, but you can really kind of see this intersection, this whole intersection here behind them when he's filming that. He says, hey Mildred! Hello Mildred! Okay, here's Mitch coming out of the Dirty Work office at 778. You see that E-alley right there in the middle. Gonna get more on that in a minute. I'm gonna take you down there because that's where the other dumpster is. But this is him running across the street to meet up with who he thought was Mildred. Really, her name was Kathy. So this is him running across the street going, Mildred! Mildred, you see that store there in the background? It's all right here. Yeah, didn't know her name. His novel approach was to just guess. So he guessed her name was Mildred. And here's the building to the right and the intersection behind them with that interesting looking house. All seen behind them here on Bloor West in Toronto. We're about to go in and stand in. Here's Mitch talking to all the prostitutes, getting them ready for a revenge plan. And you can see those doors in the background leading to the back of the store. They look a little different now. They're white now, but we're going to go in and take a look at them. It's pretty cool. Interior of the Dirty Work office right here. It's the front window. The Dirty Work office. He was talking to all of the hookers right here. Putting the hookers to work right here. Norm Macdonald, Artie Lang, we're in here. This is the interior now of the Dirty Work office. And you kind of see, yeah, you can actually
I'm from here, they're visiting.
Oh, okay.
see that in the film right there. Got Scott on tape right here.
Yeah.
And you can see that. I'll show another shot from the film, but these were just like that in the film. It's pretty cool, and here's the front. You do see shots right out of here. Like I said, he's got the whole group of hookers here and explaining to them what he wants them to do. Pretty cool. Inside the Dirty Work office. A micro market. Sustainable living on the go. Interior in the front door right there. Still painted really yellow on the walls to the left, but that's where they did all their business right here in the front entryway of the store. Shot of Sam right in front of that interesting door. All the frames now painted white. We'll show you that. I mean, here's the shot of him getting ready to nail the answering machine with the baseball bat after Don Rickles left a very horrendous message.
What? No, it can't be. Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker. It wasn't a dead hooker!
As the frat guys pulled up right here when Mitch was going back into the dirty work offices, the frat guys pulled up here and said, "Hey, that was really smart of you, sticking the cops on us like that." And he said, "I thought it was smart, but I'm surprised you guys did, because you got your asses kicked." Next shot you see is Mitch getting yet again thrown into a dumpster, which we're gonna find just down this alley. It's the main frat guy pull up when he confronts Mitch about, "Hey, it was really good sticking the cops on us like that." You see those buildings we're standing in front of right in the background right there. They pulled up right in front of the dirty work office. Pretty cool that these things have been up since the filming of the movie. So there's no dumpster here now, but it's still a garbage area. They had the dumpster set up, and this is where he's fired as an adult into the dumpster. Right at the alley to the left of the Dirty Work Inc. office. And this is the E alley. Much more faded now, but you can see that in the film. That's pretty cool. Right back again in front of where the Dirty Work office was. A shot of the alleyway here. Notice the red piece of wood to the left and the one in the alley right there. A little more faded now, but this is where the dumpster was set up right here. Here's the shot from the film. Mitch getting thrown into the dumpster. So cool to find this alleyway in this spot. It was awesome. So, I'm gonna use this white vehicle right outside of where the office was. Got Scott here and Ryan. And this is where one of Chris Farley's final scenes was actually shot. One of my favorite scenes, one of our favorite scenes from the film. And he says, "Yeah, getting hitched, Mitch." She goes, "Hey, isn't that the, yeah, to the Saigon whore that bit my nose off." He goes, "All right." And she's yelling at him. And he goes, "Hang on, I'm talking to my friend here." No one could do it like Chris Farley, but
you do a pretty good Chris Farley.
thank you.
But there's lots of good shots too, because that's a very odd house. I don't know if you showed that. You see a lot in the background.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, you can see this whole intersection behind him when he's...
It's a weird intersection too, and I remember this intersection. This is Jane and Bloor, and it's a very busy intersection. But that house is something,
past the lights.
There's something special about it. There's even something out front about it. Could be a school now or something. But yeah, it's been a drawing for years, obviously, years. But it's something I've always passed and never even kind of thought, what is that?
It was in Dirty Work. Late great Chris Farley in one of his final on-camera roles, telling her to shut her cake hole right here on Bloor Street before pulling out. After pulling a U-E and heading off to get hitched, Jimmy heads this direction, right past that road opening, directly across the street from where we're standing now, and it's between those two electrical poles that he yells that famous line, "Ow, you bit my new nose off."
Of course, right here, she yells at him as he's getting into the car. When I say let's go, go! She'll be right here.
Time you shut your cake hole.
And then they take off down that street, and he bites. Well, he gets his nose bitten off again. That's a running gag.
He had just gotten the nose, a new nose.
Yeah.
I think she might have gotten him a new nose, and then she bites it off.
She bites it off again.
Chris Farley right here pulls a big U-E, passes by this open street.
Oh, you bit my new nose off.
And then you see Mitch go. Gets his nose bit off again right here. Chris Farley in one of the final scenes he ever shot. Rest in peace, Chris Farley. It's an honor to be walking where he filmed that legendary scene. Thanks, Scott. You the man.
No problem, thank you.
This is where the frat guys pulled out before throwing him into the dumpster. Dirty Work office. This is where him and not Mildred were walking this way. And this is the whole street you get right here in Dirty Work. This is Dirty Work Street right here. Office would have been right there at 778. You see see all this intersection so well, all the street lights, that building, all that. And they're kind of walking this direction. This is it, Bloor Street from Dirty Work. They're coming out of the prison, and Norm's going, ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
They took him into the back, not you, Tubby. The other guy. And then he comes back.
What hurts the most is the lack of self-respect. Well, actually, the thing itself is what hurts the most.
That's the other thing.
But
That hurts the most.
But the lack of respect, too. Ridiculous.
Lack of respect. That hurts the second most.
Way out of line, way out of line, way out of line. That was Norm. Rest in peace to that man. And Bob Saget and Chris Farley. Changed our lives, right?
The way he delivers it like a semi-straight face.
Oh, yeah. Semi-straight, I like that. Because he's not Norm's not an actor.
No, that's Norm being Norm in that film.
Yeah.
Turn next right.
Okay, we're on University Avenue in Toronto, right outside the Canada Life Building, which in the film served as Christopher McDonald's headquarters and office. And he was the guy who was kind of blackmailing them. Here's the Canada Life Building, as it was Coal Industries in the movie. And there's the hobos sitting there to the left. There's now a rampway there, but here's Sam and Mitch heading in. They head through the middle door, right between the 330. Same address. It's the same address of the Canada Life Building. This was easy to find. This was Christopher McDonald's office in the film. Full shot of 330 University Avenue here in Toronto. The Canada Life Building with Sam trying to break down the gate there to get in to talk to Cole, but Mitch had a better idea. There's the hobos to the left. Pretty cool. It's where we're standing right now.
Shot where they're walking in right there.
That's right, the 330s right there. There was no walkway here. This is where the hobos were sitting in the movie, and he pays them to go in through these doors and run around like a bunch of flailing idiots, and I'll give you $1. And I believe they said, well, we're more of like the relaxed, soulless kind of homeless people, something like that. You're looking for the more crazy, wacky homeless people.
Yeah, that's right.
How about for $2? Next thing you know, they're in here. We will try to see if we can get in here, but it was right in this lobby. They're running around like hellions.
That's the thing, right? If you need 5
to earn $2. Just to the left of that, where the ramp starts, is where he was talking to the hobos here. Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang, and offering them money to run in there and create a distraction so they can get up to see Travis Cole. And here's the shot of Norm Macdonald hitting the stairs as he was thrown out right after Sam casually walks out. Here at 330, the Canada Life Building. That's pretty cool. Right there, between the two 330s, Norm Macdonald flew out, landed on his elbows there after being thrown out by the security. After Mitch was thrown out the first time by Cole's cronies, his security guards, he lands right here on his elbows. It's actually shot from this angle, Scott. You kind of just see the entranceway. The hobo is still over here. Then Norm's body just fly right out here and land on his elbows. It looks so painful, but it's still so funny. And then Sam just walks out casually right after. Yeah. The bums were given their money. They run in here like flailing idiots, distracting the security so they could go this way into the elevator to try to get their money from Cole. Right here, they let us into the interior from Dirty Work, Christopher McDonald's office. What a great lobby it is. Interior of the Canada Life Building. They went up that elevator you see to the left. However, here's the hobos running in after being offered $2 instead of $1. And then they would run in like idiots and create a distraction so Mitch and Sam can get up to see Travis Cole. It was really cool getting in here, and I'm going to show you some of the shots now. Christopher's office here. Those were the elevators that took him up after the bums run in here going all crazy. Those are the elevators Norm and Artie went up to his office right here. This lobby used in dirty work. Recognize these three hobos really well for their work on Saturday Night Live. I love the guy in the middle, who's also had those legendary lines at the academic decathlon in Billy Madison. They played the hobos, and right where this giant ramp now is where they were sitting in the film. Shot of Artie Lang lighting up a cigarette as Norm MacDonald still lay after being thrown out directly on his elbows on the front steps. Right here where we're standing, me and Scott on tape, and my best friend Ryan. Shot of Mitch talking to the property owner of the Dirty Work office and also the hobos and Sam outside of the building that was used as the exterior for the finale. We were right here right now, me and Scott on tape, and we're gonna explain. But this is a shot of them on the front lawn right here. This is where the finale of Dirty Work takes place.
Yeah, the Opera House interiors were shot somewhere else. They were shot at the Eglinton Theater,
Yeah.
which is impossible to get into if there's not a show on. But all the exteriors take place here. And Gord Martineau from City TV, if you remember City TV in the 80s and 90s, he's the interviewer. And he is not an actor, and it shows. He's got one facial expression throughout. He's got like 5 scenes, all in the summer. And I was watching, I'm like, Jesus, dude, move it on. And Deanie Petty from City TV, she's an interviewer in so they use local Toronto news people as actors. But yeah, lots of stuff takes place right outside of here. These main doors. You'll see it's the same. I mean, it's Osgood Hall in Toronto. They're not going to do much changing, obviously. See, this is supposed to be the Opera House, which is pretty cool. And lots of scenes shot right all around here.
He interviewed Christopher McDonald just down there.
Yeah, right on the front steps, right here.
Christopher McDonald, pretty much playing the same character, Shooter McGavin, that he was in Happy Gilmore.
He plays the same character. He's great in every movie, but he's kind of always the bad guy. He's got that look. He's got that sweaty, glassy-eyed.
He's good at being a dick.
He's good at being a dick. But yeah.
Stood right there.
So they end, and then they have a few more shots at the end where he gets the girl, gets the money for the operation. And then Travis Cole, sounds like a rapper's name. Travis Cole is the name of
Travis Cole,
it's
right?
His,
That's
you know, it's his. He's the one. He goes off to jail.
They foil his plan. He says, "Hey, take care of Spunky. Take care of my dog Spunky." And the guy's all fried, right?
And oh yes, it does end with his little chihuahua having intercourse with a skunk. So there's
Right.
these skunks, and it was part of the revenge plan. Get back in the camp. He's the villain. All right, that's it.
This is where it culminates, right?
Yep. Ready? Ready my outro. All right, guys. So that's it. So this is Johnny from. What's the name of your channel exactly?
Mr. Thrasha.
Mr. Thrasha.
You subscribe.
Thrasha. Mr. Thrasha. Dirty Work. Norm MacDonald, rest in peace. Bob Saget, rest in peace. Don Rickles, rest in peace. And my favorite, Chris Farley, rest in peace. Great movie. Give me one of these. Nope.
Darn
They're
right,
there.
sir.
Yep.
This is where the movie ends, and Norm gets the girl, rest in peace to Norm MacDonald, Chris Farley, especially Bob Saget. This is where the movie culminates. It could have been even a little scene here over on the grass.
Yeah, they did have some scenes shot along here. And the cars are pulling up and being taken away. You see different angles of the building.
I'll include some shots of this building right now from the movie. One more shot of this hobo here as he has an epiphany right here in front of Travis Cole's office where we were standing, right over here on the grass, right before they unfoiled Travis Cole for what he truly was. A shot here of Christopher McDonald playing Travis Cole as he was being interviewed for television in the exact spot we're standing in right now. This is where Dirty Work culminates, right here. Thank you again, Mr. Scott on tape.
You're welcome, Mr. Thrasher. Mr. Thrasher.
Mr. Thrasher.
Mr. Thrasher.
Not Thrasher.
Before they break up.
Give them a year.
They're too happy. All they're happy, like they look too happy, that can't last. Like the brightest star burns out quickly. Like if they're just like, okay.
She's gnawing on his neck. Yeah, give him maybe 2 years.
Yeah, I'd say a year until it's over.
Thanks again, everybody. Thank you, Scott.
Word.
We'll see y'all next time. And go watch Dirty Work, because cult classic, right?
It is. Dirty Work.
Note to self. Remember, no matter how bad life gets, there is always beer.
Thank you so much for watching again. Huge thank you to Scott on Tape, the one and only. Such an honor to work with him and my best friend Ryan to seek out a film we've watched since we were kids. Norm Macdonald's leading role, spectacular. Directed by Bob Saget. Rest in peace to Chris Farley, Norm, and Bob. And this is a movie that will live on in our hearts forever. Such an honor to seek out all those spots. Me and Scott on Tape, first time ever. Check out his video as well. Please like, please subscribe, check out older videos, roadside attractions, museums, other filming locations, always doing something different on the Mr. Thrasha Show. You never know what you may be missing, or who you may be seeing, or what we may be doing on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Gemma says goodbye. Tune in next time.
You always been like this? How you got this movie, I'll never know.
Some other time, maybe, we could, No! Go camping. What?